Good morning, everybody. It's Friday, and I'm not sure about you guys, but this work week has just about killed me, and I am so ready for some well-deserved rest and relaxation this weekend. If you're anything like me, by the time the weekend does hit, I'm typically so exhausted and stressed out that I actually have trouble relaxing when I have the time to. I've realized that unless I develop good practices in order to relieve the pent-up stress I have throughout the week, I am really not enjoying the things I love to the fullest potential. Because of this, I started searching out VR meditation apps in order to achieve this goal, and I ended up finding an app called Novobeing which had really high reviews. Now, after waking up and enjoying a nice cup of coffee, I strapped on my headset and tried out about 30 minutes, and I can honestly say I noticed a vast improvement on how I felt. There are multiple different meditation experiences in Novobeing depending on what you're trying to accomplish, and before you start each experience, it asks you to select your current stress level and does so again after you're finished to help track your relaxation progress. Now, I haven't tried all the experiences yet, and they're adding more soon, but I wanted to briefly talk about some of my favorites because I really think you guys could benefit this as much as I have. Inner Firework was the first experience I decided to try, and after starting it, I immediately knew I was going to enjoy it. The environment was simple and relaxing to the eyes, the ambient music that was playing was incredibly tranquil, and the narrator's voice was soothing as he explained the purpose of the particular exercise. He explained that the exercise helps to release pent-up emotions, and said that although holding on to negative emotions was part of being human, when we hold on to them, they can become overwhelming and affect our health. However, when we release these bottled up emotions, it can lead to relief and closure and inner peace. The exercise began, and I was asked to grab one of the floating orbs and try to bring it closer to myself, and while doing so, I was asked to think of a thought or emotion that I had been holding on to and wished to be released. I was then told to mentally attach this feeling to the orb, and I could infuse as many orbs as I wanted. Now, I'll admit, I felt a little silly imagining what the narrator was describing at first, but as I truly began to relax and do what I was asked, I started to get slightly emotional as I felt my guard drop and the stress actually starting to melt away. This was actually helping. The ending sequence is beautiful and inspiring, and I left this experience eager to try several of the other ones. The next experience I tried was called Constellation. The narrator explained that the purpose of this exercise is to cultivate creativity that lives inside each of us. When we are creative in a way that we express in our life, we live in a place of openness and curiosity rather than in a fixed worldview. When we embrace our creative potential and learn to tap into it, we're actually contributing this source of powerful energy back into the evolution and transformation of our universe. I began to start with breath work and absolutely loved how simple yet effective this was. The animations that synced with my breathing made me feel incredibly calm yet powerful, and I began to really focus on the instructor's voice. After several minutes, I almost felt like I was in a trance and my body felt warm and relaxed. The narrator then explained that the constellations that we see in the night sky are a powerful manifestation of the universe, and from the earliest civilizations to modern astronomers, humans have gazed up at the stars to create stories from the vastness of the night sky. The stars and their arrangements have inspired us to create myths, art, and some of the greatest scientific discoveries. The constellations remind us of our own creative potential and the power of imagination to shape the meaning to the world around us. I then began creating my own constellations in the sky using my imagination, and I was asked to give them a positive manifestation for something good that had happened in my life today. As I focused on the exercise, I really began to think about the small, good things that had happened in the day so far, and I realized that I really tend to overlook the things that make me happy because of all of the other outside stress in my life. I also realized that I hadn't really taken the time recently to actually do anything creative that I truly enjoyed, and I could clearly feel the effect it had had on me. Doing an exercise like this, although simple, really made me think about what I needed to do to become inspired again. The exercise ended with the narrator asking me to take a moment to express gratitude for my creative spirit, knowing that it's always there waiting to be tapped into when I need it. The final exercise I tried in the day was the Paint Your World meditation. The narrator began by explaining that humans have always had a deep desire to express themselves through art and creative exploration, and that the earliest cave paintings to the most intricate works of modern art, humans have always used their creativity to capture the beauty and complexity of the world around them. Through art, we're able to dive into our own minds, allowing us to explore our emotions, thoughts, and experiences. We began again with breath work, which as discussed previously, I thoroughly enjoyed, and I felt myself connecting with the tranquil music, animations, and environment. I almost felt like the room around me had gotten cooler in temperature, and I imagined how refreshing the crisp mountain air would be and how calming the lake's water would be if I was actually there. The narrator continued by saying that when we embrace our imagination, we can break free from the constraints of logic and reason, and then we can open ourselves up to new possibilities and perspectives, which is important in times of stress and uncertainty, as it allows us to focus on our present moment and let go of the worries of the future. Whether we're painting, dancing, writing, or even exploring another creative pursuit, playful imagination can help connect us to ourselves on a deeper level. I began slowly tracing my hands through the air, and I watched the soft pastel colors begin to form in front of me. I didn't really have a particular image in mind as I did it, I just simply enjoyed the abstract art I was creating. The experience felt slightly magical as the combination of the sounds, colors, and environment was incredibly soothing, and I really wished I was there in real life. After trying this third exercise, I was deeply satisfied and I felt like I was ready to take my headset off and continue with my day. Using this app was a great decision, and I honestly should have been doing VR meditation exercises earlier. Hopefully you guys were able to get a sense of how absolutely peaceful Novobeing is, and how these experiences can help us all get a quick reset and help relieve some of that day-to-day stress we have. With everything we have to deal with constantly, sometimes we just need a reminder that life is good and all we deserve is peace. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you haven't subscribed already, I'd love to have you here. Thanks so much, and we'll see you on the next one.